From the front line to the studio, this is the Rebel Eye Podcast. Blessed love family, I am your host, Dub Souljah. All right, everybody. Big love, big love. Thank you so much for coming back to the channel and sticking around to this content. Rebel Eye Media, Dub Souljah Music. You know what it is every single time. This is episode 2 of the Rebel Eye Podcast. Now, I am joined by singer and songwriter and the man behind The Baytals, a band from San Jose, California. Please introduce yourself, my friend.
Greetings, Dan, Dub Souljah. It's a blessing to be here. My name is Safaa from The Baytals, and I'm honored to be here and get interviewed by this wonderful artist. I'm going to interview him maybe another time.
Yeah, probably. So you come from the Bay Area originally?
Yes, I was born in San Jose. I don't know why I'm talking so formal. Yes, that is quite correct. Born in San Jose, California, Iranian background, and Bay Area. Grew up going to Santa Cruz, San Francisco, East Bay.
So, your dad is a professor?
Yes.
Was a professor?
He was a professor for many years at San Francisco State University and plays tenor saxophone and supported his family doing that, playing some gigs, but mostly also teaching and at SFSU.
How did living in a house with your father being a musician like that and also a teacher, which is kind of not necessarily like a conventional job per se, you know, and then being a musician, how did seeing that shape your outlook on life or your music?
Man, that's a great question. It was good, free-spirited approach. He's awesome. You know him. You've jammed with him and felt his vibe.
Yeah.
He has a good vibe and loving vibe, loves music, loves life. And so I'm honored and blessed for sure. And growing up, I guess, he introduced me to Elvis Presley when I was 6 years old. That was some music that I saw, Elvis doing the moves. I was like, oh, that's cool. And it sounded cool. Some James Brown, Ray Charles. Then I got into Sublime. That was more on my own, when I was 10.
When you were 10?
When I was 10. But it was parental advisory, so I showed it to my dad, and I was like, but check it out. It's good music. And he was like, whoa, yeah, these lyrics are a little, raw sometimes. But, yeah, I can see it's good music, so I always respect him for recognizing good music.
When I first, at 10 years old, I remember seeing Blink-182 album Enema of the State on the stores in Best Buy, and I was like, I want this record. And by happenstance, just by chance, the one that was in front of me had no parental advisory sticker, but all the other ones did. And so I just grabbed it and I was like, Mom, can I buy this? And she was like, the front cover, of course, is like a lady with
it's unforgettable as a young
unforgettable, right? But
guy growing up.
I remember being able to get it because it didn't have the sticker, and then when I was playing it, she was like, "What is this shit? What are you listening to?" I'm like, "Come on, you bought it. You bought it. It didn't say nothing." And they would actively not buy the ones that said parental advisory on it. They didn't buy them because they knew it was parental advisory, of course.
Limp Bizkit and all that.
Parental advisory on the new song that I'm releasing on the artwork. It says Babylon Advisory Rebel Music.
That's cool.
What were you like as a kid growing up? What did you like? What were you into? What were you doing?
Man, great question. I used to love a skateboard. I would skateboard 4 or 5 hours a day after school.
Wow, that's a lot.
Just listening to what was I listening to? more like Judas Priest and like Iron Maiden.
Oh, okay. Yeah.
Who else, man? Testament, Exodus, some punk too, Dead Kennedys. And,
Oh, there you go. There you go.
Black Flag. It's good skateboard music, man.
Yeah, definitely.
Sublime.
Black Flag for sure. Good skateboard music.
That's mostly what I did. What was I like as a kid? I was kind of interesting. I've always been a little eccentric. Like, I was, as a kid, I was the same way. I was shy, but I was also extroverted at the same time. It was.
I get it. Around the people that you're comfortable with, you're extroverted and you're talkative. And when you're around people you don't really know or you're not comfortable with, it's the opposite.
Right.
I feel like that's how I am too.
Right.
Yeah. You have brothers? You have siblings?
I have 2 brothers. I'm the oldest. Man, just growing up, like I wanted to answer that question a little more.
Keep
like
going,
because I was thinking about that. Like, that's a good question, man. Like, I was a pretty happy kid, man, most of the time. Although, like, when around the age of 8 or 9, I was doing violin lessons.
Oh wow.
1-on-1 with this man who turned out to be like mentally ill.
Oh no.
Because there wasn't major signs of it, but he got frustrated with me at one time and picked me up off the ground by my neck. And so, like,
how old are you?
I was like 8 or 9.
Damn.
So I know everybody has something like a trauma, something that happens that kind of causes a shift in your life.
Yeah, totally.
So for a long time, I held like a lot of pain. Like, I remember middle school, high school, I held a lot of pain, like just some self-hatred, just pain, like not knowing how to deal with that injustice.
I know what that's like. Yeah.
Recently, though, you might be able to relate. I think, like, I feel like witnessing Palestine or ICE or just all the other injustices of colonialism, capitalism.
Yeah.
And seeing like-minded people come together in unity, like, want to have some justice. It helps
and
you.
Truth. It helps you feel.
You can put your anger. You can even put your pain somehow into that for fighting for kids who are getting bombed out.
It's a way. It's like when we're out marching and stuff like that. It really helps when when we're out there with the people and we're able to yell. Even going to concerts. One of my favorite things about going to a punk rock show is because you can go in the pit and just let it out. And just let out your frustration, your anger, your all the stuff that's weighing down on you when you go there and just kind of let loose.
But what if there's sometimes just a huge dude who's like kind of like
you just go with the flow, man.
Go with the flow. The elbow
singing your favorite songs, your favorite band's music and stuff like that.
Music is so healing. Music,
yeah, dude.
That's what's really saved my life, man. Just love to family, God.
Yeah.
Because everything's meant to be.
What was your family like the dynamic at home?
Beautiful dynamic. Like, I'm blessed. Like, just harmony, mainly. Yeah. Like, I mean, everybody's human. We ever, like, maybe shouting or something, but it was never any like physicality. Really, like, so I'm
peaceful.
Peaceful, yeah. So that thing, I just brought it up mainly because, like, I feel like a lot of time we don't acknowledge these things, but they actually happen to so many people. The majority of people have something in their life that, like, it could be huge or it could be small, and just the way they even interpreted it with their psyche at that age. But everything is meant to be like there's a lesson and wisdom sent in everything. So I wouldn't maybe not be sitting here in this chair talking to you. I relit off of some indica.
What's one of your favorite childhood memories?
Man, you got good questions, man. Probably like watching Saturday morning cartoons, eating cereal, farting. Probably, just like those innocent days, N64 and like.
And are your brothers close in age to you, or are they like way older or way younger?
My second brother is like, I'm 34. My second brother is 32.
Okay.
And then my third brother's 19.
Okay.
Erfan and Kehan.
And so you and your your other your 32-year-old brother, your one in close age, like were you guys buddies, pals?
Pretty much, man. I mean, like I was an idiot for a good years, where my ego was out of control as I mean, I'm just a kid. I'm still learning and growing, but
Yeah.
just exploiting him. Like, hey, if he had a cooler like Game Boy game, I'd be like, hey, but check this one out. This is cool, and he just wants to be accepted by his older brothers.
Yeah.
But that passed by, and yeah, he's a beautiful brother. We have a good tight relationship.
Yeah.
All my brothers.
Cool, man.
All three. All two. What am I saying, man?
So, what are some of your earliest memories of music? You were talking about Elvis and stuff like that. Like, what are some of the earliest things that you were exposed to music-wise?
Whoa. Monkeys, Beatles, John Coltrane, just in the background. Like my dad, that's one of his heroes.
Mm-hmm.
So who else was in the background? Like, whoa, I'm like blanking now, man. But I grew up with Backstreet Boys and NSYNC. I was like really into that.
Yeah.
I think
Everybody
catchy
kind of
songs.
in our age, the millennial age, in the late 90s is when we started to
Find our
finally
own
like
tastes.
find our own tastes and actually start liking music.
Right.
Yeah.
Before that, it was just a catchy song.
It was
like,
just whatever was on. Yeah.
That.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Sublime really changed my life. Well, but like early music, that's a really good question, because I like to try to figure out where did that seed get planted.
Yeah.
I think I did hear some James Brown. I was like, whoa, what's that? Wow, I feel good.
Yeah.
And it's like catches you right away. Black Sabbath was huge for me. Like the power chords, Tony Iommi, rest in peace, Ozzy.
Yeah.
And pretty much, man. For a time period, I got into blues, and I still love blues.
Oh yeah,
I
that was a question that I was gonna ask. So, did you play in like? So, was that your first like when you started to play live music in general? Was it blues?
It was blues. Yeah.
How'd you get started in blues?
Well, there's a man named Chris Kane from San Jose, blues legend. I recommend anybody who doesn't know him, check him out. Like, probably like the best blues guitar player I ever heard in my life.
Cool.
But so through him, like I learned about B.B. King, Albert King, and now those are my heroes too. And
Nice.
My dad went to San Jose City College with him. Like they both were doing music
that's
there.
cool.
So then decades down the line, he has a son who's like really. I was digging on Freddie King and like John Lee Hooker more, but my dad was like, "Hey, we should check out this guy Chris Kane. I went to school with, and he showed me a clip with him, and I was like, whoa, man, this guy. Who is this guy?" So like he got us together just for like a lesson, kind of a thing. But then it turned into just like a friendship, more like he's like my uncle. It felt like a friend and uncle, and like he doesn't drive, so I would drive him to his gigs. So that's how I could like.
Okay.
But this is a long-winded answer to your question of like how I started playing live.
Yeah, how do you start?
They had local blues jam sessions.
Oh, nice.
Like people like Dennis Dove, Mike Phillips, Johnny Catt.
Okay.
And
those are all people from the Bay that were in the jazz scene.
And they're still running, blues jam sessions. Yeah, they're still doing blues jam sessions. You can go.
Wow.
Much respect. And you put your name down on the clipboard. They get some musicians together up there. And blues is like, give me a 1-4-5 in a shuffle, So everybody could do that in the key of E.
Break that down for people who don't know what that means.
It just means like the 1 is the key of the song, like the main chord, the 1. And then the 4, so it's like every day on the 1, every day I have the blues on the 1, on the 1. Now you're going to the 4. Every day, the 4 to 4, that's a 4 chord, the 1 to the 1 to the 1. Then you go to the 5. That's just the blues form, right?
Yeah, okay.
So like my whole thing.
I'm a musician, and that's confusing me.
My whole reason for saying this is because like you can jump up there, and I would pretend to be Chris Kane and like I was a goober a lot of times, but it helped. Like every time
What's a goober? What do you call? What does that mean?
I don't know. Sometimes I was like trying too hard and shit, but I'm learning how to do it from the soul and everything, how to do it from the heart. So, like sometimes it would be lame. Like I would just go home and be hella frustrated. Like, but keep coming back. They encourage like people to get up there, and I always appreciated that community vibe. So, from blues, I got the nerve to do a little funk too. Actually, I was playing a little funk, and then reggae.
That's cool. So when did you shift from doing the live blues stuff? When did it eventually evolve into playing reggae music?
That's a great question. I always loved Sublime, and I kind of like rediscovered it. Rediscovered Sublime's music like in my early 20s when I was into blues at the same time. Because I was like, oh man, this is sick. This is just a trio. Guitar, bass, drum, and it sounds so good. Yeah.
And it made it sound so full.
So full. So I just rediscovered it again and was reappreciating Sublime and just playing along to it like in my room. So that's maybe the first times I was trying a little skanking like Brad.
How old were you?
Like early 20s.
Okay.
At that point. Then I started hearing Wailers and the Chank,
Yeah.
Trying to get that.
Yep.
How do they do that? It sounds so good. I still don't know how to do it. Getting closer.
Yeah. So, Sublime.
Sublime.
One
Bob
of the main
Marley.
artists that got you into really going down that way. But what are some artists that really influence you reggae wise? That really, because you talked about the blues guys that were influencing you at the time. But what records or artists influenced you into starting your reggae journey?
Reggae. Toots and the Baytals for sure. Peter Tosh. Lucky Dubé. I love Lucky Dubé. At first, it was like I was just discovering like those old Studio One Trojan Records stuff, and Pressure Drop or all those things.
Yeah,
I was like, man, I didn't know music could be this good, and it was so many different artists, melodians, and just hearing that beautiful music. It's like undeniable. Like if you have somebody doing that, you could hate them outside of the song, but like when that vibe is so good, it's just undeniable.
Yeah, definitely. So you're listening to reggae music and you're finding you're finding out about all these vibes and everything about this. When did the Baytals form? How did you start the Baytals, and what made you want to start the Baytals?
What made me want to start? I think I saw, like, I wanted to play some guitar. I had some blues guitar under me now, like that I could use, and so I just wanted like a nice bass line, good drum beat, and jam out. And so there's a thing called Make Music Day on I think it's every summer equinox.
Mm-hmm.
And in San Jose they had it. You just sign up and your band can play at like a community center here. Then you go to a community center there.
Hell yeah!
Part of the whole thing. It was so cool. And so my cousin Sina on drums jammed with the original Baytals. This is the first and never before repeated lineup. And then my friend Edwin on the bass.
Oh, okay.
So we were just doing some like Sublime cover or like Bend Down Low, Wailers stuff.
Yeah.
We still didn't have. I was so like amateur that I was nervous, and I would speed up. My rhythm hand would keep speeding up. So by the time every song was finished, it was like twice as fast.
Yeah. I know how that feels. I'd be doing that sometimes. Sorry, Chris.
It's all good, man. Could be worse.
So for people who may not be super into reggae like us, where does the name the Baytals come from?
Comes from the Baytals, Toots and the Baytals, Bay Area.
And what is it about Toots, or the music of that time that drew you to it so much?
Great question, man. Great question. Toots. lives forever. Most positive music I've ever heard.
Yeah.
It is you. Oh yeah. It's like church, like gospel reggae, pretty much. That's
Yeah.
what it is.
Yeah.
So like, but the OG Baytals with Jerry and Raleigh, they had a really cool sound, man. Like those three Jamaican dudes with soulful voices that are unique. Like, it was very earthy and rootsy. It's just feels like good medicine for your soul listening to the Baytals.
Yeah, totally, dude. So your band clearly blends, different things, specifically roots reggae and ska and blues.
Thank you,
What's your approach to balancing those styles when it comes to your performances or even writing new songs?
Wow, great question. I'm lucky that it's kind of happened naturally, like organically. Just started just live, of course, before even a studio. So I already started getting like a feel of like where does a guitar solo fit after I sing something. Ready to do with a trio if I have to, and like, to be honest, a big part of it is like being influenced by other original artists who write a song like yourself. And
yeah, totally.
just seeing like, oh, that's cool, man, how he wrote that hook, and like he made a song that's actually cool that you want to listen to. It's not just one that's like, oh, good for you, you wrote a little song.
Yeah, man. I really dig when you play, because not many people are, when you go into your solos, like, yeah, you can tell that's blues right there. You know where that comes from, and not a lot of people in this scene the locally or even on the big stages, like, I don't see a lot of people playing bluesy like that for reggae. Which is cool.
Man.
I think that gives the Baytals a unique thing that that could set you apart. You know what I mean? Bluesy riffs over some old school classic reggae skanking and dubbing.
Yeah.
It gives
that was my vision
the vibe.
from a big because I love blues. I love like good blues guitar. There's something special about a good blues guitar. B.B. King or Albert Collins, like. It's a strong language, so I always thought, like, put it with the reggae. What would it sound like? Have a little gospel feel to it, where it just keeps building.
Yeah, that's
Chris
exactly.
Kane is really the man. Like the way he would build his solos, and he's still doing it. It's like telling a story.
Yeah, and you were saying like gospel so yeah. Your shows don't feel just like a place where music is happening tonight. It feels like a community gathering.
Give thanks, yes.
Like, I mean, my shows and maybe some of the other band shows that, like, I mean, we all have a message, but like, I think Dub Souljah is a little bit rugged and rough and tough, and sometimes people mosh at the show here and there and things like this. And even like at an Ancestry show. Yeah, even like Ancestry, they're gonna come out and they're gonna fuck Ice and all this crazy stuff.
Ice.
You know what I mean? Yeah, but when we go to your shows, or even like I watched the Rudians play last night, the badass show.
Where at?
But in Gilroy, it was a spot called the District Theater. Kike Niera from original singer from Gondwana was the headliner. It was a really good show, and then Elena too from Oakland. Man, that dude's got pipes, dude. He could sing. He's really good. Awesome. But like a show like that, it's like, I mean, I guess you could say community because it's people coming together. But like at your shows, it feels like your music is when you play the songs and the way you do it and your voice, like you bring an uplifting vibe where like it does feel like community. We're there chilling,
thank you, brother,
having a good time. We're Chief and Bud, and we're listening to your music, and honestly, at your shows, it never feels like bad vibes, even from the crowd people. I've like, in other shows, you get sometimes people are a little bit, they get a little tipsy and they want to cause some trouble or be weird or try to be the loudest one in the room, and you're just trying to play your show but every time we go to your shows, dude, it's just good vibes all around.
I feel like I could die tomorrow, and that makes my life to hear. That's what I love about Toots and the Maytals. That's what I love about, because it's hard to do that. Like, it is hard. You know, you got drunk people out there, or just like, even people who are not drunk, or just like, you know, some people who are hella drunk are kinder than the sober one over there. You can never really say like what, like a black or white thing to that, but it is difficult sometimes because you ultimately, reggae is for consciousness, right?
Yeah.
So you want to like communicate, and ideally not just have it be like, you know, twerking, but like more, grooving with it, with your soul.
Yeah, sure. Grooving with your soul. So that sounds, I mean, is it intentional? The that happening, or is that just the vibe that gravitated towards you?
That's a deep question. It's intentional, and it's unintentional how beautiful it can be.
Yes.
Like, I saw it in YouTube videos. I see it like with some of my favorite artists, like how the crowd is just. I felt it being in the crowd of shows, and where you just feel like the artist is really with you. They're not just in their own ego or something like that. It's like honest communication. And I was like, oh, I want to do that. If I could do it. And I'm still working on it, because I got ego, I got fear. It comes, it goes.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, of course.
All faith in Jah. Really, that's the main reason. Because, like, if it was just me, I would be self-conscious. I would be, like, narcissistic and not put myself out there and make a fool of myself like I do. But it's because of Jah. Because I feel like, hey, if Jah is giving me breath in my lungs, why not use it to sing a song? This is a cool song, and people seem to not throw tomatoes, so let me keep doing this.
Not throw tomatoes. Yeah, they're not hooking you with the cane like that, the Apollo, and pulling you off the stage.
Yeah, the old vaudeville cane.
Yeah.
That's brutal, man. I don't know if I would keep doing it.
So I know we all got, many more shows to play and many more things coming up. But what's one of your most memorable shows so far that you've played, as with the Baytals, or even when you were doing blues?
Great question. For blues, it was definitely the first time I sat in with the Chris Kane band, played some guitar with Chris Kane, my hero. And just got and my fingers did mostly what I wanted them to do, so I could like make a decent account of myself and like show my love.
Man, playing right in front of your hero, that's crazy.
I almost went diarrhea in my pants, but it was a blessing from Jah. I didn't. It was just beautiful. My family was there, my Aunt Rachel, and the reggae. What was the question again?
So your most memorable show.
To be honest, man, what I can remember recently is 101 Wine Press. Just the crew that comes out there, yourself included.
Dude, everybody.
That was like just the last time was memorable. I'm trying to think of other ones, like Moe's Alley opening for Big Mountain was cool.
Oh yeah. I think when I've played with you, I think my favorite show so far we've done was opening for Yellow Man there.
Oh yeah.
Because I was on the drums for Yellow Man. And just to say that I was on the stage alongside a serious legend.
Yeah.
Foundation for dancehall music. Like, yes, definitely, for sure.
That was awesome.
Yeah.
Big up Yellow Man.
So we have
Nobody move.
Nobody get hurt. So you and I, we've collaborated on a few productions, on a few songs together. We've actually performed together a few times in different, like we said, I've been on the drums with you. You've done a little trio before, but you were on the bass with us before. So like, and notably, we did Ceasefire last year, or 2 years ago now, I think, because I think we released it in, was it like November
2023.
Yeah, 2023. Yeah. So what drew you to, what made you want to come and record it at my place or even think of collabing with me in any way, or you know what I mean? Well, what brought you to the ITEL Studios?
You encouraged me, man. You like I was like, I think I had seen you had written your own songs and done it. So like you know, bearing witness to Palestine. Wanted to write some kind of song because I couldn't think of anything to write. Like I was trying to write a song about anything,
Yeah,
whatever,
of course.
like
Yeah.
love song, or this song, that's weed song. Nothing was coming out that was like I could feel strong about singing it. So I came up with a little hook, and then it took me a while to kind of really feel it, like feel good about it. But you always, I appreciate you, man. You always are like, dude, yeah, no, you can do it, man. Just you know, you did a lot of these songs at your studio, you by yourself.
Yeah.
So I was like, oh, whoa. Let's check this dude out.
I remember when you came, you were like, I have these lyrics. I just have this ceasefire, let us feel our compassion, ceasefire for the sake of the youth, you know? And I remember we were just noodling chords. You were just playing some random chords and we were trying to figure out like what would work.
Chords would sound good.
And I don't even think I was supposed to sing on it to begin with. I think you just had some stuff kind of written out.
Oh, no, I remember what helped catalyze it. You put on Facebook the verse that you wrote. Can't sleep at, or you know, you wrote.
Oh yeah,
it was on Facebook.
Yeah, my verse, yeah.
Just as to share it with.
So like that even came from a different song that I wrote where I was gonna use "Everywhere Is War" as a lyric and have that be my chorus as "Everywhere Is War," or I would have sampled it, but it was gonna be a heavy tune, and that was the lyrics. Because the second verse in my song was about gang warfare, and somebody saying,
but it applied to the same. Yeah. So I was like, oh shoot, hey, if he puts that out there, maybe he'd be down to do a song together. I feel, to be honest, it was selfish too. I felt more confident, like being backed with a fellow artist who's you know known and stuff.
I would have felt the same way. I would have worked with somebody who was kind of known in the scene, and especially somebody who I already know has the same like viewpoint as me and wouldn't have an averse to
cover cool and all that.
You know, I wouldn't want to go to work at some studio and sing and write an anti-war song if the guy that is my engineer, you know, is totally like down for what's going on or whatever, or doesn't, you know, have an issue with it. It would be kind of weird, you know. I mean, I don't know if they would even want to record with me, but yeah.
No, definitely. Like this is the only place I've recorded at here at ITEL Studios. So.
Well, no, you did a song before.
Oh no, you're right.
Recorded
what
Forbidden
the heck
Love.
am I saying? Forbidden Love. Much respect to Joey Medeiros in Gilroy. He was also very supportive, very encouraging. I didn't write that. That's a Ken Parker song.
Yeah, you did a cover, but
it's kind of obscure, so people think it's Baytals. Yeah, big up to Ken Parker. Joey Medeiros, very talented musician. He just had a home studio similar to this.
Yeah.
Did the drums with his keyboard.
Oh yeah, same.
So that was the first. Before that, they're not released on any major platforms, but I did a Pressure Drop cover over there, and Mystic Man.
Were they released at all anywhere?
I just have them as MP3s. You can pay you can pay me $2,000 each for them. They're really good, man. Nobody has them.
You funny, bro.
I'm funny how?
So, what's something that you've learned, or maybe a few things that you've learned, working with other musicians in the Bay Area or down here in the Central Coast?
What are some things I've learned?
Yeah, some things you've learned by working with some of these people.
Well, for starters, I see a sticker right there that says "fuck white supremacy."
Yeah,
and I agree 102%. So just seeing like my fellow musicians, also Hijinks, big up to Hijinks. Like just seeing bands throw down inspires me with good vibes.
Mm-hmm.
Ancestry, Dub Souljah, Micro Tiger, so many bands. Rise Up, Rudians. There's so many, man. Junior Rankin.
Yeah.
There's some good talent around this area. It's I'm a fan, and it blows my mind that I'm also, I feel like split personality sometimes. Like I'm a fan and I'm also doing it, and sometimes you have to like take a step back, appreciate like, oh shoot, man, I'm actually around these sorts of people, the audience members included, local community.
Yeah.
It's cool.
I
feel like I'm running for president or something. Why am I getting this?
No. So your background is from Iran. You've visited there before, have you?
Yeah.
You've been there. What's it like?
It's very cool. I grew up going there in the summers to Tehran, see family, stay for a couple months, and it was just really cool. Tehran is more or less just city, but it has a nice vibe to it, man. Like the roots and culture of the people, marketplace, and they have a lot of diversity there. You can really find anything you're looking for, as far as like the reason I say that is like what comes to mind sometimes with like how Iran can be represented is it's just desert. You know what I'm saying? Like camel. Not really, but like there it does have that, like in some areas in the south of Iran. I've been there. It's called Bandar Abbas. Okay. And they have black African looking Iranians.
Oh wow, interesting.
And they're speaking Farsi and
oh wow.
Because I don't know if maybe slaves and they were free.
Yeah.
I'm ignorant to the topic, so I have to learn more. But it's just cool to see. Then you have Afghani, much respect, Afghanistan, and like there's so many different people in Iran. Growing up there, it was really cool, man. Good kebab, just see the family and family culture there.
That's cool, man.
Thank you, man.
It's very cool to have friends that come from different places or have roots in different places, and it's also good of you to and your family to respect the roots and go back to it. A lot of people will come. I mean, I don't know how many people really, but come here or go to somewhere else and kind of leave it behind. You know what I mean?
I understand that too.
Or be forced to leave it behind by way of trying to assimilate themselves into the way
it's really from
of life
that
now.
Fear of like I gotta assimilate. I gotta but
no.
I'm also American. I love having been born here, California. Sure. All the movies, the music, the culture.
How does your roots in Iran play into your family and growing up? Was it a big part of, I mean, I know you talked about traveling back there often, but like being here in the US, you know what I mean? Was it a big part of your guys' daily lives?
Man, great question. Yeah, it was, because it's just in the culture, I'd say. Like my dad was born here in North Carolina. His dad was born in Iran. Mm-hmm. His mom was born in New York. And so like my mom was born in Tehran, and she came over here in the 80s. And so like
that's similar to my situation.
Yeah, and Mexico has old culture roots, so it's similar, like just growing up with that. My mom is Muslim, seeing her doing her prayers. She never made us do it or forced it upon us, but by example, I kind of was checking out, or we were growing up and just seeing the spirituality, not so much like, that's something I actually really respect about my mom, is that it was never like Islam is the only way. Spirituality was appreciated. So
That's
it's
good.
like,
yeah.
So it was more about God than like one dogma kind of a thing. And growing up with that was good. I definitely faced in middle school. I was like, man, I was embarrassed of it. It was around like September 11th. After that, and so like it was more like, oh, Mom, why do you have to wear your hijab, the Muslim scarf, when you come pick me up? And I was like, I wish I could be like these blonde kids over here who have no hair on their body.
Yeah.
And I'm a hairy ass Persian. So, but now like I think it made me appreciate more.
Yeah,
like when you have to go through that a little bit, and then like you come around and appreciate roots. Because I appreciate roots of anywhere, like of everybody. All of our roots is Africa. I love Mexicano cultura mexicana. Necesito practicar
Cultura
más.
mexicana, yeah.
Cultura mexicana.
Yeah. um, dang, man, that's cool, man. You got deep roots, dude. It's really cool.
Bless up. Likewise,
and
man.
the spiritual stuff. So
Thank you.
so you've spoken a lot about the issues going on right now in the world. You wrote Ceasefire and Bush No Rhythm. What compels you to speak about the issue in Gaza and Palestine and what is happening there? What compels you to want to bring up this issue and inform the world through your music?
Great question, man. Aaron Bushnell, rest in peace. Aaron Bushnell in particular, seeing that man, a very sane, from all accounts of his friends and family, like very compassionate, intelligent man, served in the United States military. He lit himself on fire and used his last breaths to say "Free Palestine." And the video shows him walking up, calm,
Mm-hmm.
as what I felt was calm, and basically saying, I refuse to be complicit in genocide.
Yeah.
And so he wasn't, they try to play it off like he's crazy. Yeah, he's mentally ill. I think he was so mentally healthy. I'm not saying that everybody should do that, and I'm not going to do that myself,
But that's the ultimate form of protest.
That's Jesus Christ consciousness right there. From all accounts, it sounded like that's how he lived his whole life. So it wasn't just like a break of his mind or something.
No,
he
like
cared
he was.
deeply.
You care so much about people, and you're so empathetic, and you literally feel their energy crying out for help. Even though you're this far away from that, you feel it.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. That's heavy, man. So that was Bushnell Rhythm. Ceasefire. What your question is? What makes me want to speak up about these things?
What compels you to speak out about these issues?
Nothing seems as important in a way. I've tried to go back to similar ways of doing or thinking through my daily life, and after when you see what you see, kids crying for their dead mom because of a USA bomb, or the mom crying for the little dead baby because of USA bomb. And I'm living in USA. I was born in USA. Born in the USA.
Yeah, man.
There's good values to the creed of America, like Martin Luther King said. If America can live up to the true meaning of its creed, which is liberty, justice.
Yeah, totally.
Then it is beautiful. But in the reality, it's not. It's not living to its creed. So when you see enough dead kids, man, in Palestine, and in Congo too, and then I learned through Palestine really opened the doors, because I was like, what is going on here? How can this go on? Like, how can you just have these dead kids showing up? The Palestinian holding up the dead baby is like a classic image now. So then I'm like, what is this? Oh, it's colonialism. Oh, it's Western capitalism, because Apple gets its materials from the Congo. Then I learned about King Leopold, colonialism.
Here I am with an Apple phone.
Hey, me too, man. But we didn't.
I know.
We didn't choose this. We wouldn't
I know.
willingly.
I know. It's just.
That's how I learned. But isn't that ironic? This thing is how I learned about the evil of this.
Yeah.
thing.
No.
So that is good.
Yeah.
That part is good.
Agreed.
Well, I don't want to get too dark about it.
No.
But because it's actually not a dark thing, it's liberating, really.
No,
it's
really. When you start to realize and see, and you start to understand how the world really works.
Yeah.
It does suck, and it does put a huge weight on you, because you are now
you're responsible.
Now you're kind of well, not necessarily responsible.
Before
but
you could be kind of like ostrich with his head
ignorance,
in the sand. Yeah.
Right? Like kind of the out of sight, out of mind.
Just stuff a Taco Bell burrito in my mouth.
Yeah, but that kind of stuff doesn't. What that does is allows these sicknesses to continue to breed
Right.
until it's too late.
Right.
So everybody needs to kind of be aware at some kind of point so they can make the hopeful rational decision to not participate and continue funding these systems.
Because what are we here for, right? Like what are we alive
totally.
for? Are we alive for like just kind of going through life in a little lower wattage like haze of like, you know, just, or this, I know you feel it too, man. Like there's some with Palestine especially, that the level of injustice in one area that is just so brutal, and then seeing the faith and the endurance of those people and their beautiful culture and everything, you can't close your eyes to it anymore.
Yeah.
You just you're like,
I
whoa.
agree. Yeah.
You've seen the light in a way. I don't think it's coincidence that Jesus Christ is from that area because it's so potent with spiritual warfare.
Yeah.
So vote for Safaa for president 2000.
I support this. Yes.
Thank you.
This episode is brought to you by Safaa for president.
President of the Baytals.
Oops. Phone
man,
ring.
come on, man. We're live on the air. That's disrespect.
Man. Hey. No, okay, so look. Reggae music has always been what they call the people's music.
Yes,
and you know, it birthed different versions of what people's music, you know, punk rock and hip hop and that kind of stuff, and it totally and all of those musics in the beginning were rebelling against something. You know, either nonconformists rebelling against conforming to wearing suits and ties, but they're going to put mohawks on and studded belt buckles and fucking, you know, jackets and go mosh in the pit, or people that are going to wear working class clothes like Timberlands and, you know, polo sweaters and Carhartt jackets and, you know what I mean, stuff like that.
Damn.
You know, hip hop.
That's
you know what I mean, like hip hop in the East Coast. You know what I mean, where they would just look like working class individuals, but they was rapping. You know,
definitely. And punk and the early hip hop had that conscious connection of like, for the people.
So, do you think of reggae as inherently political and conscious, or you know, and why does it still resonate with people today?
I think it's more conscious than political, because it doesn't really get too much into ism, schism, but it's more like right, wrong,
and wrong, yes,
morality,
yes,
consciousness,
totally.
compassion.
Yeah.
What was the latter part of your question?
So why do you think it still resonates in times of war and injustice that we're seeing right now?
Yeah. I feel like it especially relates. Like I've just been listening to Peter Tosh No Nuclear War album, his last album, and like every song is potent for even today.
Yeah.
Fight against apartheid, and it really, like, it actually is really emboldening. Like even the old school reggae, because it speaks so directly. 400 years, the Peter Tosh.
Yeah.
All of this, man, it's like history lessons. You can't blame the youth. Talk about Christopher Columbus, and you say he was a good man. So then you're like getting learning through positive song. Nowadays, man, I feel like a lot of reggae is kind of cliche, man. A lot of it's like, at least a lot of the popular, so-called popular reggae I hear will be like, crack one open, lying on the beach, feeling all right, good vibes, you know. If it's catchy, I could dig it, man. But like, I really love those old school roots.
Yeah, I feel like that kind of reggae music, the Americanized reggae music, mostly, it has its place. It has its place.
It's huge, man.
People love it.
I'm just a little whiny hater because the world loves it, man.
Nah, man. I do think that it does have its place, and for the people that don't,
In the trash. No, I'm just kidding.
no.
I'm just kidding.
But
man.
what I mean is like when you don't want to be an activist today, when you don't want to hear, I mean, yes, the music is uplifting and things, but it could be about negativity in general as far as like the struggle of the people and stuff. People don't always want to listen to that kind of music.
I got my white claw and I'm in the sand.
But I mean, yeah, so I just feel like
No, it doesn't have to be political or militant, but like, what's that song by Luciano? Give praise to Rastafari.
yeah, so that's more of like a gospel
It's
song
nice.
giving praise
Yeah,
to
right.
God, right? Or like, I mean, I wrote what do you call it? I wrote Summer Nights, and Summer Nights is very
Yeah, I like
much
that chorus,
one of those
man.
kind of vibes, but the song is really kind of like, I hate my job and I'd rather be doing this out here at the beach because the job sucks and I feel like I'm a slave. So
Mhm.
it was still kind of like a jab at the man in a
Yeah.
way, in a kind of way,
I
you
wish.
know?
You know what, man? I would like to regret saying those things because I feel like I would. I wish I could write like a song like that.
You
I'm
can.
just
You should
jealous.
be able to.
Thanks, man. I'll try.
Yeah. So reggae often touches on faith and spirituality, like we were saying, consciousness. You know,
Very conscious of me to be like ragging on, you know, ragging on certain things.
do any of those themes play a role in either your life or your music?
Definitely, definitely, faith. Even when I think that I don't have faith, some deep down there's faith, because just getting in a car and driving, or just getting up and going out into the world, it's all faith. Our heart pump in. It's not like, okay, I'm scheduling for my heart to stop on this date 40 years from now. It's all up to Jah. So I've, it served me to be humble of that.
What is your personal mission? Your mission with the Baytals, or just as a person?
Man, it's a deep question. Really, I feel to enjoy life, consciously awakened. See, they're kind of strange to say it like this, because like I could just say be consciously awakened, because that would include enjoyment, that would include everything. So that's really my goal, because it seems like on the outside things change, but I want to be connected with that which is unchanging, so to speak. So a more solid foundation. But my goal, if I should put it into a practical term, so I could kind of have a vision.
Yeah.
I would love to tour the world, play music, different cultures, different peoples, and have it be for something that's I'm able to make a livelihood from, and also that can help people, like maybe, somehow uplift or just support people, community. Like I love the vibes of community gatherings, little community soccer game, barbecue. That I feel like we all need more of that. There's a lot of people who feel like they're on the outside looking in. So that's my goal, really. Like have music, community go together, and but mainly just continually like awakening consciously.
Yeah. So I asked.
Isn't that cool, man? Did you like that?
Yeah, dude.
Man.
No, that's the way. That's the way to think about it, man.
Thanks, man.
Not people are gonna have a very kind of surface level answer to that question. What's my mission? Well, my mission is to hit the road with my band and na. But you're like, no, to be spiritually awoke and to be one with the earth and connect.
Look
and
at me go.
Yeah, no one's gonna have that answer, bro. That's a super unique.
And also
answer
maybe,
to that.
hey, maybe meet a lady. If we don't get on each other's nerves because
Yeah,
it's nice to have a little peace, you know.
of
Anyway,
course.
go on.
So I asked Zach these two questions. First is
Big up, Zach.
Yeah, big up to you, Zach.
Blessed love, Zach.
What advice would you give to younger musicians out there that are getting their footing, or trying to start a band, or getting into the music scene and wanting to perform and record music and stuff like you?
Great question. I would say, break me off a little from every gig you do. And, I would say to them, man, like, pretend like you're in your garage more so than like tripping on the audience. I dig Wicked Paradise. There's some young cats in Salinas.
Yeah, those guys are awesome.
Yeah, they're awesome, man. They have a good, like, solid feel for roots reggae, big bass line, big drums, nice chanky chank. So, like, I would say the young people wanting to do some reggae or music in general.
Music in general. People that are like picking up a guitar and they're like, man, I want to perform. I want to do that.
Yeah. Keep coming from the heart. Keep doing it because you love it. Don't get too caught up. It's natural and it's only human to get caught up in like how it looks, or I still battle with that every time of like the ego battling with the soul sort of thing. But the more you can get out of your own way and let your soul come through it, and just jam also on your own in your room. I should be practicing what I preach because I haven't been like practicing in a minute, but like you get it under your, if it's singing, if it's whatever, you get it like solid so that you can just whip it out at the show. That didn't sound right.
Whip it out at the show, dude.
Hey, man.
Hey, you know what? I have to take back kind of what I said about your shows now, dude. I kind of don't want
whatever it takes, man.
Whatever you're whipping out at the show, bro, don't.
That'll bring the audience in, man.
Oh, man.
I don't know if you want that kind of audience.
All right. And the other question before we kind of close out is if you could go back to young Safaa, picking up the guitar, trying to figure things out, learning the blues, what would you tell him?
Man, I'd tell him, learn meditation, young grasshopper. I would say, you're doing good, man. Trust in God. My mom would tell me that. My dad, my family. So it's not like I wasn't being told it, but
yeah.
So I'm trying to think of what could I say that would get through to like a young kid. Luckily, I can remember instances of people, family, or just like community members of saying things like that, like you're enough, or you don't need to do anything to be loved, or you're loved, you're appreciated. So I'm really blessed that got through somehow. What else can you say but God bless you, love you, keep going.
That's good. You love yourself. That's good. Telling yourself that you love yourself.
Yeah, man.
Yeah. It's important, even though we have people around us that love us, it's important that we love ourselves first and foremost.
True, man.
You know what I mean? That we take care of ourselves as much as possible, yeah.
Because we're a creation from God, so if we don't be there for ourselves with the unconditional love, it's almost like disrespecting God.
Yeah. Well, tell us what is next for the Baytals, what you got coming up, anything exciting, or maybe even just plug some shows, whatever.
It's been great to be on this podcast.
Yeah,
man.
it has,
Thank you for having me.
Of course.
I'll interview you another time.
Yeah. I'll find a way to get myself in the hot seat this time.
I'll get some good questions. You had some good questions. We're gonna be all the way up in Pleasanton on the 2nd.
August 2nd?
August 2nd at Neighborhood Sports Bar in
That place is
downtown
cool.
Pleasanton.
That place is cool.
You've been there?
I think I've been there. I've been to some place. I thought it was called Neighborhood. Oh no, something else bistro.
Maybe another.
They had
bistro.
they had like rock climbing inside and stuff, but it was in that direction.
Whoa.
Yeah.
So
Anyway.
I got to book more gigs. I'm gonna get on that later today. What else are we doing? Like, oh, some shirts are gonna come in the mail. Some stickers.
Ooh, gonna get
So
some
ask us
Baytals
for
merch.
Ask
Yes.
us, yeah, for a shirt and some stickers, and then, I'm working on the thongs. No, I'm just kidding. But working on some other stuff.
No slackness.
Some more decent things. What are we doing? I want to write some more songs, man. Bring them in, see how
Do
you
it.
like them, and
Do it.
see if they're worth working
Yes, sir.
on.
I can assist.
Appreciate you, man.
Yeah.
Other than that, hopefully putting together maybe a small tour. That's really my next vision.
Where do you plan to go?
Would love to go up and down Cali Coast, and maybe even farther up north, or even anywhere. If I could put together the string of gigs and there would be a band to work with too, I'm down.
Make it happen, man.
It can happen.
I'm down to go with you if you need a musician.
Appreciate you, man.
I think for
Hell
us
yeah.
it's probably next year is when I can plan something serious, real serious.
I can't wait that
And
long.
I'm talking about like 4 days, 3 days, nothing major. Weekend warrior
I was thinking like
vibes.
3 years.
Ha, 3-year tour. That's crazy.
You'd come out of it crazy, huh? Come out
all
of
right.
it like Jack Nicholson.
Tell
and
people
Cuckoo's Nest.
where they can find you, where they can see updates and all that stuff.
Well, we're gonna delete this whole thing, right? Well, you can find me Facebook, Instagram, Safaa Modir, Baytals, Facebook, Instagram, on major streaming platforms.
How do you spell it?
Baytals?
Yeah.
Baytals.
Yes. Just in case.
And yes, thank you for that. Man. So we're also on Spotify, and I want to extend the message to Spotify CEO, like, chill the fuck out and join humanity again. Smoking indica. Let's listen to some reggae. Let's listen to some Bob Marley.
Stop investing in military AI
That's why.
technology.
And so, and also pay the artists, man.
That too.
And God bless everybody. Love you guys. Love you,
All
Dub.
right. Any
Thank
last thoughts? Anything you want to share with the people before we adjourn here?
Man, not really. I shouldn't overthink it. Just let's keep uniting. Let's keep uniting together and loving God, loving each other. These are dark times, but they're also the brightest of times.
Yeah.
Because it's like right on the other side of that is a brand new day.
Totally.
And it feels good already because you can feel it happening. We're bound for victory.
Yeah. Well, Safaa.
All thanks to God.
Yes, all thanks and praises to God. So, all right, everybody. Thank you so much for tuning in once again. This is the Rebel Eye Podcast. Stay tuned for the next episode. Follow us, rebel.i.media on Instagram, Dub_Souljah on Instagram. Check out Dub Souljah Music on YouTube for all the latest updates and these videos when they drop. Big up to everybody. We will see you next time. Safaa, thank you so much for joining me.
Thank you, bro.
Peace and love, brother.
Peace and love.
And
Much love.
much respect to you and everything
Likewise.
you're doing. But yeah, man, we'll catch you on the flip side. We'll catch everybody else next time. Peace, one love, all thanks and praises to Jah
Rastafari.